It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. All that and more coming up next.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. So good to have you here with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson getting set for kickoff here. Greg, no matter how many ways we look at this game, it always comes down to one stat, doesn't it? How you taking care of the ball.
Yeah, and it's just so crazy, Mike, that every single week, no matter how complex these matchups get and how many factors there are to determining who wins and who loses any game in the NFL, at the top of the list, the most important metric that everybody studies, can you protect the ball on offense and can you take it away on defense? And I don't think today's matchup is any different. Can you be aggressive and take care of the ball? And on defense, if you get your opportunity to take it away and give it back to your offense, you've got to make the play.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go here in Cincinnati. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
We're about to watch one of the most gifted passers in the league, Mike, and it's not only just his arm talent. That's, of course, off the charts, but his ability to process, his ability both pre- and post-snap to operate maybe on a little bit of a different level than some of the other quarterbacks around the league. I mean, he is surgical with his approach, and he's on the short list of truly elite quarterbacks we have to offer in this league. And for us to get a front row seat, man, how special is that?
T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. It's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
Don't let this guy's laid-back personality fool you, Mike. He is a tremendous presence to have in your quarterback room. Not only does he have the ability to manage the game at a high level, but your team has a legitimate chance to beat anyone in the league whenever he's under center. Now, I don't know if I'd classify him as a long-term solution, but he's certainly someone every franchise they would love to have.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And you see the rookie tight end, Brock Bowers, pick up the first down. Mike, of all the tight ends that I've watched in college over the last, call it 10 years or so, I'm not sure if I've seen a more dynamic, ready for the NFL tight end than Brock Bowers. I mean, two-time Mackey Award winner, 700-plus yards each of the last 3 seasons. He can get downfield. He can make tough catches. He can run with the ball after the catch. I mean, there's not a lot this guy can't do, and I think he's got a shot to be that next big-time young breakout rookie tight end. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Minshew out of the pistol here. He'll tuck it and take off. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Vegas.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Second and goal. One more time, it's White. He slams it in there, and he is in. Zamir White, touchdown Raiders. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Carry here for Brown. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosevich. It's a pickup of 12. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll set up the screen to Brown. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive, and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
On first down, Burrow backs to the former Patriot and Dolphin Mike Gesicki. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. Match to his big tight end, Gesicki.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Burrow. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Back to throw, Burrow. He's got a man. That's the tight end Sample. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He's got his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Drive begins with a run by White. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle with White, and he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. On first down, right back to White. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Von Bell, the veteran safety, is there on the play. Second down and 8. Another run here with White. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up 3rd down. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and throw with Minshew. And the rush gets there. He'll be tracked down.
In the midst of a tight game like that, you're looking for every play that you can make to try to gain advantage. And if you can continue to get after the quarterback, disrupt the rhythm and timing of this quarterback in the second half, that could be the difference of you being able to pull away.
On 4th down, last year's All-Pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Here's Brown. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. It is Max Crosby there to wrap him up. Second and 7. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he'll be taken down at about the 28, but move the chains. That's a first down. To throw is Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They'll run here with Brown. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Now, Burrow. He'll try to run for it. That one's on Orlando Brown, Jr. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Here's Burrow. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Now, fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Alexander Madison. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
On the handoff, it's White. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Third down and 9. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12. They go play action for Burrow. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Max Crosby, motor always running, gets there for the sack.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Burrow. Oh, high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Raiders offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. It's, oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion here is Tucker. From the gun, here's Minshew. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
On 3rd and long, it's Minshew. Here's a screen set up for Madison. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Bengals offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. Taken in by Gesicki. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Nice grab there by Jamar Chase, and that's the other half of this 1-2 punch. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Jamar Chase came into the league a few years back as a top 5 pick. Perennial 1,000-yard receiver, and when he's healthy, he can elevate this entire offense.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst-case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Yosibas. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. He's got it at the 3. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Moss. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup,
and he'll take it on in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. He's got it. And the Bengals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we reach halftime in what was a very compelling first half of play. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Play action now with Minshew. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On the draw, here's Madison. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. The give to White. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 2. Minshew gonna look to throw. He's got a man. That's Myers. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll go right back to Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. 18 yards on the pickup there and a 1st down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll run with White, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Zamir White. Touchdown, Vegas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jones now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Nice play there by T. Higgins, and when you think able to play 12 games, still had just under. The hope in Cincinnati is when this guy is healthy, they have themselves a bona fide superstar at the wide receiver position.
A first down throw for Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Now a shot here, deep middle. No touchdown, but they are close. Gonna be first.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Now Brown. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
McPherson now for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bengals will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Abdullah now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back Zamir White heading onto the field. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Throwing on first and 10, it's Minshew. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They get 21 on that one. Good for a Raider first down. They'll fake the give, and now it's Minshew. He'll find his running back, White. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They're going to go play action now with Minshew. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders go up by 7, 28-21. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense, and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Burrow now. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Back to throw, Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Second down, Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or...
To the goal line and in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. Now Minshew. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
A pickup there of 13. First down, Vegas. They'll run. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Second down and 8. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on third down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the first down and some.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll run here. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. He'll try and throw with Minshew. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense has it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick to the ground. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That one is caught. It's Hudson. A carry here for Brown. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. They bring Chase in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
Another try, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. Here's a big one. This third down. Brown. He's going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1. Here's Brown. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run here with Brown. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 70 seconds left to go in this game. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.